don't play no games.
Over here, no time for the face. Cut grass so I can see the snakes. Bitch, I see ya.
Oh, wait a minute. I forgot to do something.
Bitch, you know I see ya. I just bought a new drum for the chopper. I just bought a new drum for the chopper. In my trap house, getting head, eating like a real recognized real niggas is imposters. The body fuck with your music cause you got it. You can fuck with me and bitch, that more than obvious. Used to keep on my dough and shoe boxes. Now we guys make accounts and we keys say deposits. High off the weed and syrup, pour pop the sack. Flexing hard like a bodybuilder, like I won a Grammy. Make my first 50 rags trapping off the porch. My so big smokers call them masher boys. Trap jumping like Jordan Real Goons. Whole team eating rough and rugged like corduroy. Baby mama favorite told her, pay me keep the pussy. Nigga better take your bitch out on their own legend.
Brought my bad bitch a couple sex toys. They caught the mule on the plane that was a decoy. Oh, your bitch fell in love with a D-boy. I'm about to blow the fuck up from C4. I'ma tell a lie to the judge. Leave the courtroom and meet up with the plug. Bust it down in the gut. Couple homies say it cuz. They like, where you from though? It's still 20 blood.
What time, man?
Ain't shit changed but the bitches. Fuck a nigga bitch like Derek Fisher. Trapping up my Instagram.
Fans better be up in here.
Hope they like a nigga filters. $2 million cash in the bins. My cousin gave me syrup, I've been hooked ever since. My cousin gave me syrup, I've been hooked
I know
ever
Nathan
since.
Johnson
If
in
it
the
don't
house.
make dollars, then it don't make sense.
I just bought a new drum for
White
the
hype in the
chopper.
house.
I just bought a new drum for the
Matthews
chopper.
in the
In
house.
my trap house,
Andy
getting
Dillon in the
head,
house.
eating lots of
Mr. Curry
real
in the house.
recognized real nigga niggas is imposters. The body fuck with your music cause you
Don't worry
got
about it.
it.
I know
You
some
can
people
fuck
come
with
up
me
here
and
like,
bitch,
I'm
that more than
Donovan.
obvious. Used to keep all my dough in shoe boxes. Now we guys make accounts and we keys say deposits. High off the weed and syrup, pour pop the zinc. Flexing hard like a bodybuilder, like I won a Grammy. Make my first 50 rags trapping off the porch. Rock so big, smokers call them masher boys. Trap jumping like Jordan Real Goons, Sweden boys. Whole team eating rough and rugged like corduroy. It's your baby mama favorite. Told her, pay me keep the pussy. Nigga better tell your bitch I caught they whole looking.
Yeah. Before we start this show off, we got to give a shout out to the officers that's resting in peace right now. They had one of them at the funeral today. You got to give a shout out. A moment of silence. We're going to do 4 seconds. Shout out. Some crazy nigga that got the gun. They talking about, oh, this is illegal guns on the street. No, it's the illegal niggas on the street that's killing police officers. Police officers are getting shot at an alarming rate. More than last year, the war on cops is not stopping. The war on cops have advanced, and these motherfuckers ain't saying nothing about it. You don't hear Joe Biden saying nothing about it. You don't hear none of the Democrats saying nothing about it. You don't hear that bitch Kamala Harris saying nothing about it. You don't hear nobody saying nothing about it. Joe Biden wasn't at the funeral, but he was at George Floyd's funeral. How the fuck is you gonna go to somebody's funeral who was doing crack, on drugs, resisting arrest, but you won't go to the funeral of somebody that's protecting the neighborhood, protecting the city, protecting the fucking country? Huh? How is that for a president, y'all? He would go to George Floyd's funeral, but he won't. You didn't see him at this officer funeral. Maybe I'm tripping. But did y'all see him at the funeral? Did any of y'all see him go and give condolence to the wife? Did any one of y'all hear the wife say she got a phone call from the president? Maybe I'm tripping. Miss Black Barbie. Illegal niggas, that's what they is, white hype. Oh, let me turn this damn ringer off. Illegal niggas. Illegal niggas is what they is. Illegal niggas in the hood. It's not illegal guns, it's illegal niggas that y'all don't let out. They was on the street. They was supposed to be in jail. You'll let them out on bail with no motherfucking money. Now they commit crimes again. Illegal niggas on the street. I don't know what else to call them. White hype? I don't know what else to call these niggas out here. They let niggas run wild, killing cops and all kind of shit. Joe Biden ain't said nothing. I ain't heard Joe Biden speak up and say, it's wrong to kill cops. These cops was good, law-abiding citizens protecting the country. We need to do something about this. But as soon as a nigga get choked down the street, he want to do some police reform. Oh, nigga get choked down the street. We got to do police reform. What happened to the cops getting killed? Why you can't do no kind of police criminal reform for niggas to stop shooting police? Why you can't do that, Mr. Joe Biden? There's a war on cops and they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck, y'all. They don't give a fuck. Where we at? Where we at? We right here. We right here. It's a war on cops and they do not give a fuck. Anyway, how many of y'all saw the immigrants? Put a one in the chat if you saw the immigrants sneaking over here from over the border. Put a one in the chat if you saw that. You saw the immigrants sneaking over here from over the border. Joe Biden administration is sneaking immigrants over here all times of the fucking night. And it's been going on, but you're not going to see this shit on MSNBC, CNN, and none of that shit. You ain't going to see none of that shit. You got to search it or you got to look on Fox News or Newsmax or something like that because regular liberal news is not going to show the Biden administration sneaking immigrants in and then the Border Patrol and everybody else and ICE got something to say about it. They're not going to report these stories. You got to go to Newsmax, Fox, or Black Rosebud to hear these stories, or a couple of other conservative platforms on here. But you're not going to hear it on no liberal platforms because they got to protect their liberal friends. They got to protect their liberal politicians. They got to protect their humanitarian efforts. They ain't gonna show this. They're going to show the immigrants getting killed. They're going to talk about the immigrant rape. They're not going to talk about the drug cartel. They're not going to talk about the drugs. They're not going to talk about the overdose. They're not going to talk about the fentanyl. They're not going to talk about the pimping, the pandering. They're not going to talk about none of that because they don't want you to hear none of that. They're not even going to talk about the numbers of the migrants that was released, the numbers of the migrants that haven't reported, the numbers of the migrants across the border. Fake news ain't going to show you none of that. You got to ask yourself, why is that? Why is fake news hiding these things from its viewers? Do that even make sense? Why would anybody watch a channel that hide information from them? That's not giving their viewers the whole damn story on what's really going on. Who in the fuck want to watch a channel like that? They got sued a couple of times and still getting sued for spreading false information about people, calling them racist. Talking about they was messing with Indians and all kind of shit. They getting sued for probably calling Kyle Rittenhouse a motherfucking white supremacist with no information on him being a white supremacist. I know white supremacists cleaned up walls and helped put out fires and shit in the black neighborhoods and shit. I didn't know that. But CNN is not going to tell you what the real is. MSNBC is not going to tell you what the real is. They don't get paid to tell you what the real is. They get paid to lie. Let's get into this illegal immigration, y'all. Let's get into it.
His first actions were aimed at reforming the country's immigration policies.
Within 100 days, I'm going to send to the United States Congress a pathway to citizenship for over 11 million undocumented people.
Some of his earliest executive actions as soon as he came into office were immigration related.
On day one of my presidency, I kept my commitment and sent a comprehensive immigration bill to the United States Congress.
Take a look at just some of them. In his first days in office, President Biden stopped construction of the border wall. He ended the Trump-era travel bans. He created the Family Reunification Task Force to find and reunify those families separated under the Trump administration. And he reinstated DACA, that Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals program that shields dreamers from deportation.
And all of those so-called dreamers, those DACA kids, they're going to be immediately certified again to be able to stay in this country and put on a path to citizenship.
Whoa! Joe Biden let you know off the bat he wasn't going to do nothing for niggas. He was going to do everything for immigrants. Off the bat. He said the first day I get in office, this is what I'm going to do. He never lied to you, not one bit, not 1 second. He told you exactly what the fuck he gonna do. Executive orders. He gonna cancel out all Trump border security things at work and make up his own shit. Why, Joe Biden? Why you want to do this shit? DACA. He want to keep the immigrants over here that's already over here. He want to make them legal citizens. If that's the case, anybody come over this motherfucker gonna claim DACA. Nigga, I'm DACA, nigga. I'm DACA. Don't take me back. I'm picking fruit, nigga. I'm DACA, nigga. What's the limitation on DACA members if motherfuckers start coming over here? If it's gonna be a month? Because in New York they can vote in the damn month. So they might as well be DACA when they first come over. As soon as they come over and step foot, you know what I'm saying? They're able to go to school, hospitals, all that shit. They DACA, nigga. I'm DACA. Anybody can claim DACA. What's the criteria of DACA? You got a job, you get an ID. What's the criteria? Your kids in school? What's the criteria of you being a certified DACA member? Huh? Do anybody know that? What you got to fill the DACA member application out? Like, look, nigga, I'm DACA. Give me the badge, nigga. I'm DACA. Hold on, I ain't got no green pass, nigga, but I got my DACA passport. The fuck, man? Who does this? They are losing the black vote. They need a legal vote. They need somebody vote. They losing the black vote. Who said that? Who said that? They're losing the black vote. Andy. They losing the black vote and they losing the Latino vote. They got to get some other kind of votes up in here. They got to bring some other kind of citizens up in here, make them citizens so they can get some votes up in here. That's why they won't mail in. Illegal aliens going to be voting in the mail-ins. As long as you got an address, we're going to send your ass a ballot. Huh? Go dream in another country. Yeah, go dream in the country you came from. Don't come over this motherfucker. Who said that? Go dream in the country you came from. Solely Green. I think that's your name. Yeah, go dream in the country you came from. Don't come over here and steal our motherfucking dreams and turn into nightmares. You got immigrants killing police. You got immigrant raping kids. Them is nightmares. That's not no motherfucking dream. It's your dream to fuck a kid, or it's your dream to kill a cop. But nigga, that's our nightmare. Don't be coming over here with no motherfucking nightmares. Huh? They want the Satan. Oh, the Satanists. They want the Satanist vote. They already got the Satanist vote. They is the motherfucking Satanist. The master of violence. They is the motherfucking Satanist. Pure blood. Adrenochrome. They are Biden Democrats know there's the red wave coming, so they need. It's a red wave coming. This don't wave on my grandmother's street. If it's a wave coming, the only wave gonna come on my grandmother's street is a blue wave. A red wave gonna go around my grandmother's street. You know what I'm saying? The ice cream truck got red on his ice cream truck. He don't even drive down my my grandmother's street. You feel me? So it's gonna be a red wave, but on my grandmother's street, it's always a blue wave. A blue wave. If it don't be a blue wave, somebody gonna get shot. Damn it! Why can't they make the Mexico great again? Well, you know, they got business like a nigga. When was Mexico ever great? That's right. That's a good one, right? Can you make Mexico great again? Well, that's what Kamala Harris and them said they're going to do. They said they're going to go over there and find out the root causes of why people are escaping the country and all that shit, and they're going to make Mexico great again so they can keep their ass out of our country. What happened to that? What happened to making their country great again so they can keep their ass out of our country? Why don't you just get their ass some cheap labor like over there in China, you know what I'm saying? Get their ass some slave labor and build some factories over there in Mexico and get them some slave labor and let their ass stay over there and pick the fruits and oranges and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? And build shoes and Jordans and iPhones and shit like that and pay them a cheap wage and let their ass stay over there. Help the government with cheap housing, give them like Section 8 or something, you know what I'm saying, so they can get their immigrants, people some housing and free this and shit like that. Give them some welfare over there. Say, keep your ass over there. We'll send your ass a welfare check. That's what you got to do. Look, tell them this. Look, say, look, we're gonna send you a welfare check, but it's gonna be mailed to Mexico. So if you want your money, you got to go back over there and get your check. We mailed it to your last address. You better go on back before somebody steal that shit. You want your money? Take your ass back to Mexico. We mailed your ass an EBT card. It was about $150 on there. And that's not that 400,000 shit you was talking about. The $450 on there. Go ahead and get it. Whoa. Next!
Whoa, hang on a second.
So, Judy, day one in office, President Biden did reinstate DACA, but that, of course, is temporary. There is still no permanent solution that would have to come through Congress.
He also promised to protect and expand programs like DACA and provide a pathway to citizenship for 11 million undocumented people like me, and we remain on the limbo. So I think it's more than obvious that he has fallen short on each of his promises.
Joe Biden making promises to immigrants. You see that? He making promises. Even the immigrants know Joe Biden is making promises. He ain't made near promise to near nigga. If he did, he didn't come through with it. That's why nigga like, hey, what about us? Every time you get on TV, you're hollering about a motherfucking immigrant. The only time you're talking about us is we getting killed by the police, we getting killed by the corona, we getting killed by economics, we poor, we broke, we stupid, our schools is fucked up. Every time Joe Biden get on TV, he says some fucked up shit about black people. You need more education. You ain't got no lawyers. You don't know how to vote. You better vote for me. Every time he talk about niggas, he talking fucked up shit. This nigga ain't never said nothing positive about black people. Even when he try to say something, we're going to get a black judge up in there because black people really ain't got no representation. They can't get it on their own, so we're going to have to give it to them. You know what I'm saying? They can't get it on merit, so we're going to have to give it to them. Matter of fact, we're going to cancel out the black men that's qualified, and we're going to automatically go to a black woman. This nigga right here. Joe Biden is apologizing, all right. This nigga is crazy. Joe Biden for president, huh? This what you motherfuckers voted for. Joe Biden for president. This nigga is not keeping no promises to nobody. America, niggas, were soldiers, warriors, the Democrats, the students, evidently DACA. It's just the only motherfucking promise he kept is to the illegal immigrants to cross over the border. That's the only motherfucking thing he done promised he done kept up with. Huh? Other than that, you shit out of luck getting a promise, something from Joe Biden, unless you're as an immigrant or a transgender. Tom! Uh-oh, Tom is in the house. What's up, Tom? Where the fuck you been at, Tom? Tom always asks me to do the videos, and Tom ain't never around. Tom, your ass Tom be making promises he can't keep, Tom. You be making, where the hell you been at, Tom? I done made about 3 live videos, and Tom ain't been nowhere around. Tom, where the fuck you been? Next!
Judy, the other big change, of course, was changing the enforcement guidelines for ICE. He raised the bar, meaning people aren't arrested and deported unless they're considered security threats or they have committed crimes. That's a big change from the previous administration. But Judy, he also started to lay out a broader groundwork and strategy for how to address some of the changes that, quite frankly, people have been calling for decades in a system that really hasn't had meaningful reform in over 30 years.
Yes, I can say quite clearly, don't come over. In the process of getting set up, don't leave your town or city or community.
He's gotten rid of some of the rules from the previous administration, but has also kept a handful of them in place. He's drawn criticism from both opponents and allies for his approach to the issue of immigration.
The Biden administration was in federal court yesterday to defend this unprecedented border policy that allows U.S. officials to summarily expel migrants and asylum seekers to Mexico or to their home country without allowing them to request U.S. refuge and without screening them for U.S. asylum.
Judy, since then, some of those promises have run up into some real-world realities. He did try to end MPP. That was the program that forced asylum seekers to wait in Mexico. It went to the courts. The courts ruled against him. They had to put that back into place. So that rule remains in place. But President Biden has also not tried to end Title 42. That's that pandemic rule that forced people basically to be expelled immediately after they tried to cross the border. He created some carve-outs for children and families, but that rule from the Trump administration also remains in place.
It seems like Joe Biden, all his border policies and all the shit he's trying to get passed is getting overruled because all the shit he's trying to, all the Donald Trump policies he's trying to get rid of actually makes sense. Your ass cross over the border illegally, you got to take your ass back. That should be a law. If you want to claim asylum, you got to stay your ass in the country you came from. That should be a law. Joe Biden is trying his damnedest. Why Joe Biden talking about protecting the Ukraine border, but he don't do shit about ours? He don't do shit about ours. He's trying to open up the border. Why is it okay? If something is working, why would you get rid of it if you ain't got nothing better? This nigga ain't got nothing better. It's like, we're gonna get rid of it and then we're gonna think of some shit on the fly. You ain't got no motherfucking better plan than what Donald Trump had. At least have a plan in place. Okay, I'm going to get rid of Donald Trump plan, and this is going to be my plan. This is going to be my security plan because it's better than Donald Trump's. And you're going to see a reduction in illegal crossing and illegal citizenship, and you're going to see a production, right, in legal citizenship. This watch and see my plan. You have the power to. You have the members in the Senate too. You got 50 of them. If you come up with a good border plan to keep more immigrants out, I don't know a Republican in the world will vote against it. Huh? That's how you come up with some shit. You want to come up with protecting America? Start with that. I'm going to protect the border. Then I'm going to go down and protect the schools. And then you can start on levels of this shit. Then I'm going to protect the kids. Then I'm going to protect your freedom. You ain't trying to protect nothing. You ain't even trying to protect women's rights, police, violence on police, and none of that shit. How is the president of the United States is not going to speak up on the murder of a cop, but he's going to speak up on the murder of a crackhead? I don't understand. Next!
We're going to restore our moral standing in the world and our historic role as a safe haven for refugees and asylum seekers. My Lord, we've never made asylum seekers seek asylum outside the United States of America.
But you got it. We have never done this. But also, you got to have a change in policies. If some shit ain't working, you got to fix it. That's what Donald Trump did. This shit wasn't working, so he fixed it. We have never done it before. Well, guess what, Joe Biden? You have undone Donald Trump policies, and there never been this many immigrants over here before. Huh? So why don't you do something that's never been done before to stop this shit? This is the second year of you being in office, and I'm pretty sure you're going to break a record this year. They didn't even release the final numbers of immigrants that was captured and the number of immigrants that was released. It's an annual report. They still haven't released that shit. They don't want you to know how many immigrants they released. They're going to hope you forget about the report. They're going to hope the motherfuckers don't ask for it and forget about it. And they can release it later on next year or something. The report been finished last year because the annual thing starts in October. So it should have been finished for a couple of months. But they don't want to let you know how many immigrants was released. This is your government. Ha!
This is a policy that the American Civil Liberties Union argues is illegal and violent.
If you believe we need to secure the border, pass it because it has a lot of money for high-tech border security. If you believe in a pathway to citizenship, pass it. It's over 11 million undocumented folks, the vast majority of here overstaying visas. Pass it.
This nigga said it's going to provide high-tech security. What about, who in the fuck is going to, what kind of high-tech security going to arrest one of the motherfuckers? All they're going to do is monitor the motherfuckers crossing the border and shit like that. You ain't got enough border patrol. You ain't got enough security. You ain't got enough people that's able to patrol the whole border to have high-tech security. Okay, you can spot the motherfuckers, but how can I get to them? You get to one group, another group gonna come. Unless they have a detour and you can meet them at the point of entry. Huh? Back in the days, it was the projects in the most dangerous projects in the neighborhood, right? It was one way in and one way out. So whoever came in, that motherfucker had to go out the same way, right? If your ass went in and motherfucker didn't know you and you with that bullshit, you was gonna have a hard time getting out. Or you was in that motherfucker and you was trying to get out, you was gonna have a hard time getting out. Because guess what? It's one way in and one way out. Treat that, I mean, it's fences and all kind of shit on the sides of it, right? But it's one way in and one way out. You have to come through that entry. You try to hop over the gate, that's impossible. They got barbed wires and fucking spikes at the top of that, and then you ain't got nowhere to put your foot because it's bars on there. You're gonna slide the fuck down. There's no way to get a grip. How in the fuck is it's better a protection in the projects than it is in our country? I don't understand that part.
We can actually, if you actually want to solve a problem, I've sent a bill to take a close look at it.
Perhaps one of the biggest changes we've seen, though, when it comes to the border is something that happens hundreds of miles away from the border. And that was the Biden administration's decision to prioritize and invest in root causes, the reasons that people leave their countries in the first place. Vice President Harris is put in charge of that. They've already secured over $1 billion in private sector and other commitments. It's potentially a huge change, Judy, but...
You hear that? Billions of dollars. It's about the money. Follow the money. They're making money off illegal immigrants because they're getting donations from private industries. There's private industries that's funding the immigrants coming over here and being housed and schooled and medicated and put on the system and all that. It's all in the motherfucking. It's all sponsored. You think this shit is done by accident? Right? So even if they say they pay pay money to do some of this shit, but some of this shit is private industries. Some of this shit is private industries. Let's go back.
They've already secured over $1 billion in private sector and other commitments. It's potentially a huge change, Judy, but that they've already secured over $1 billion in private sector and other commitments. It's potentially a huge change, Judy, but that's the kind of change that will take a while to show up.
We also have to get at the root problem of why people are fleeing, particularly to our southern border from Guatemala, Honduras, and El Salvador. When I was president, when I was vice president, the president asked me to focus on providing help needed to address the root causes of migration and to help keep people in their own countries instead of being forced to leave. The plan was working, but the last administration decided it was not worth it. I'm restoring the program and asked Vice President Harris to lead our diplomatic effort to take care of this. I have absolute confidence she'll get the job done. If you don't like my plan, let's at least pass what we all agree on.
Million face deportation threats. Another 100,000 are young people who are affected by the DACA program. So 2 parts for you. What are you going to do to be more visible? And what do you say to the folks that think you're just going to be President Obama 2.0? And what are you going to do about immigration right when you get in office?
Look, I'm very proud to serve Barack, and it's one of the great honors of my life. I thought he was a great president. But even he acknowledges we can't go back to what it was. We have to go back and build back better.
How the fuck are we going to build back better? How the hell is you building back better? How is letting a bunch of illegal immigrants helping the United States build back better? This is Obama 2.0. Catch and release. It has to be. If you took executive orders on all of Donald Trump policies and tried to cancel all of them, right? The only thing we can't go back to is an Obama policy. Thank God you lost in the Supreme Court, but even though right now that it passed in the Supreme Court, it still can be it still can't happen because ain't enough border agents, ain't enough ICE agents to protect the border. They still doing the same thing. Why don't you send the National Guards down there? Why don't you send National Guards every damn where else? Why don't you send the National Guards to the border? They not doing nothing. I'm pretty sure they can handle the border. At least until you get some kind of policy in place. At least until you get some kind of fucking law in place. You don't have nothing in place and the border's running wild. Immigrants coming over here in caravans like fucking 100,000, 200,000, 50, 60 every day, every month. Sleeping under motherfucking bridges and having babies under bridges and shit. Why don't you do something about this? They got a secret recording that's going to play later, but why don't he do something about it? He worried about everything else but our border, our protection. When you look at the crimes that's been happening a lot in America lately, it's been illegal immigrants. Killing police, raping babies, fucking people on the subway, killing like all them motherfuckers was illegal immigrants. Immigrants who overstayed their border, or overstayed their pass. The homeless dude, he was from Haiti or some shit like that. I don't know where the fuck he's from, but all these motherfuckers was illegal aliens.
And so I have a program that is significantly different and builds upon where we left off and tries to undo the damage that Trump has done, number one. Number two, I campaigned from home about Biden hiding in his cellar. Well, the truth of the matter is over 200 million people have watched.
What the fuck that guy doing?
Why is the administration flying thousands of migrants from the border to Florida and New York in the middle of the night?
Well, I'm not sure.
Wait a minute. This is, what the hell is going on? This is not even it. Hold on, wait a minute. This is not even the damn thing. Okay, boom. Let me see something. Is this thing showing? Not even a damn thing. Not even a video. Let me play the video for the. This is not even a video. I'm gonna let it play then. I'm gonna let it play then. This is not even a video, y'all. This is not even a damn. My old get high ass.
Campaigning from home about.
My old get high ass. Let me see. Is it showing? Okay, it's showing. This is a video. Let me play it for a couple of minutes so y'all can see. So I catch
Biden hiding in his cellar.
What do you say to the folks that think you're just going to be President Obama 2.0?
This is a video.
When President Biden took office a year ago, some of his first actions were aimed at reforming the country's immigration policies. And what are you going to do about immigration right when you get in office?
Within 100 days, I'm going to send to the United States Congress a pathway to citizenship for over 11 million undocumented people.
Some of his earliest executive actions as soon as he came into office were immigration related.
On day one of my presidency, I kept my commitment and sent a comprehensive immigration bill to the United States Congress.
Take a look at just some of them. In his first days in office, President Biden stopped construction of the border wall. He ended the Trump-era travel bans. He created the Family Reunification Task Force to find and reunify those families separated under the Trump administration. And he reinstated DACA, that Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals program that shields dreamers from deportation.
And all of those so-called dreamers, those DACA kids.
He also promised to protect and expand programs like DACA and provide a pathway to citizenship for 11 million undocumented people like me, and we remain under limbo. So I think it's more than obvious that he has fallen short on each of his promises.
They're going to be immediately certified again to be able to stay in this country and put on a path to citizenship.
Judy, day one in office, President Biden did reinstate DACA, but that, of course, is temporary. There is still no permanent solution that would have to come through Congress.
And Congress ain't gonna pass that shit. Whoa. See how Joe Biden is worried about DACA? Huh? On my first day. Joe Biden said on my first day in office, I signed an executive order. What executive order did he sign to help niggas? What executive order did he sign to help Americans? Huh, Tom? Can you tell me that, Tom? Where Tom at? Where the hell Tom at? Tom, where the hell you at? Oh, my boy Randy. Ha! Randy K. That's my boy, right? Randy K is my boy from another. Me and Randy K talk on the phone dinner every day. Randy K, you gotta show me how when you call me later on, I accidentally threw the instructions to my stencil away. So you gotta tell me how to open it and put the thing in it, Randy. So when I get off here, I don't want to break the thing, Randy. So you know, I high ass forgot what you told me. I know how to charge it, but I don't know how to use it. So you got to tell me where to put the thing at. So when I do my next show, I can have that thing in the mouth and smoking like I'm a motherfucking Alfred Hitchcock or some shit like that. You feel me? You feel me, Randy? I'm gonna be smoking like I'm Alfred Hitchcock. Tells the brickworks in the house. That's my boy right there. Where the hell is Tom at? Where the hell is Tom? Tom? Whoa.
Mr. President. Whoa. Hang on a second.
He's gotten rid of some of the rules from the previous administration, but has also kept a handful of them in place. He's drawn criticism from both opponents and allies for his approach to the issue of immigration.
Judy, the other big change, of course, was changing the enforcement guidelines for ICE. He raised the bar, meaning people aren't arrested and deported unless they're considered security threats or they have committed crimes. That's a big change from the previous administration.
That nigga said, look, you don't have to leave unless you committed a crime and all this sort of shit. Well, how in the fuck we know who commit crime? They ain't got no IDs, and some of them motherfuckers ain't got no fingerprints. And how we know the motherfuckers didn't commit a crime in Mexico, you know what I'm saying, on a run in Mexico, and come over here and don't give a fuck and commit a crime over here. Just because they ain't committed a crime over here yet, don't mean they ain't fucking violent. Huh? He said, look, we're going to knock out every rule, and we're just going to make sure these motherfuckers ain't got no criminal record. Even the motherfuckers who got criminal records, you even lowered the shit on that. You lowered, okay, we ain't going to do drunken driving. You drunken driving is cool. Okay, if you stole some shit, it's cool. As long as you ain't fucking no kids and you ain't killed nobody. Okay, if you fucked a 16-year-old, that's cool. As long as you ain't fucking no 10-year-olds. Okay, you fucking 10-year-olds, well, my bad. As long as you ain't fucking no 30-year-olds, that is mentally challenged, they'll keep on lowering the bar. Huh? You only can come up here. How the fuck it went from don't come over here to, oh, you can stay over here if you ain't got no criminal record. We're only gonna deport you if you ain't got no criminal record. We don't give a fuck if you raped the kid on the way. We don't give a fuck if you killed a bunch of motherfuckers on the way, robbed a bunch of motherfuckers on the way. As long as you didn't do it over here yet, we're gonna give your ass a citizenship or a passport to the United States. Ain't that a bitch? What kind of border security is that, nigga? You can't do that in no other country, nigga. Mexico border security is better than our shit, right? At least you can bribe a Mexican to get the fuck up out of Mexico. Huh? Mexico, I know I got caught with a gang of these goddamn birds on me, but I got $50 in my backpack right now. It's all yours. Just let a nigga go. 50, okay, 100. Fuck it, 100. Thank you, amigo. Thank you, amigo. I didn't mean to cross over with all them birds in the back of my shit, right? But look, Mr. Mexico dude, I give you $20,000 if I can buy them back. Nigga, you just made $20,000 and 100. Nigga, you just made. What are them numbers? $200,000 and $100. Nigga, you just made that and come up, nigga. My bad. I'll meet you next time, Pedro. When I need to cross another border again, nigga, I got another 20 racks for you and Senorita, nigga. Huh? They over there making a killing, nigga. Joe Biden is letting these motherfuckers, as long as you ain't violent. You got caught with dope. As long as you didn't get caught with dope over here. What side of the border you got caught with the dope on? Well, he ain't a criminal over here yet, so let the nigga in. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. And let him come over here with half of them things. Huh? The boy, look, this is what they doing over there. This is what they doing, right? They catching the immigrants like an immigrant told me, right? He said they bust him at the border, right? And he said, and he had 5 pounds of fentanyl, right? Then they put him in the car, and they're like, what you doing with these 4 pounds of fentanyl, right? And then when they was driving him to the station, like, man, you got 3 pounds of fentanyl, and you trying to cross the border, right? And when they took him out the car, right, they said, "Ooh, watch your head," right? They said, "Man, get that 2 pounds of fentanyl out the back." You know what I'm saying? Let's book him for that 1 pound of fentanyl, right? So when he got to the when they opened the door for him to go inside the police office, like, man, you still got that ounce of fentanyl we booked him with, right? But by the time they booked the nigga, right, that nigga had 2 grams of fentanyl. And he said, book this nigga for 2 grams of fentanyl. This nigga going to jail for life. This nigga bring fentanyl and it can kill a lot of Americans. Give him a deal. Hey, don't say he didn't say nothing. He like, because he got booked with 2 grams when he got booked with 5 ounces. He said, like, man, the weight kept on going down and down and down and down. Huh? That's how it goes. That's how it goes.
Mr. President. Whoa. Hang on a second. We're going to restore our moral standing in the world and our historic role as a safe haven for refugees and asylum seekers.
But Judy, he also started to lay out a broader groundwork and strategy for how to address some of the changes that, quite frankly, people have been calling for decades in a system that really hasn't had meaningful reform in over 30 years.
The Biden administration was in federal court yesterday to defend this unprecedented border policy that allows U.S. officials to summarily expel migrants and asylum seekers to Mexico or to their home country without allowing them to request U.S. refuge and without screening them for U.S. asylum.
Judy, since then, some of those promises have run up into some real-world realities. He did try to end MPP. That was the program that forced asylum seekers to wait in Mexico. He went to the courts. The courts ruled against him. They had to put that back into place. So that rule remains in place.
My Lord, we've never made asylum seekers seek asylum outside the United States of America.
But President Biden has also not tried to end Title 42. That's that pandemic rule that forced people basically to be expelled immediately after they tried to cross the border. He created some carve-outs for children and families, but that rule from the Trump administration also remains in place.
Mr. President, whoa. That rule stays in place. We're gonna carve out all the rules that Donald Trump made that was positive and that was working, you know what I'm saying, keeping immigrants out of here, and we're gonna let them motherfuckers come on through. Right? You see how the liberal news is trying to make his decision sound so how you say fucking heartwarming or so humanitarian, right? And, oh, it was a race from Donald Trump this, Donald Trump that, Donald Trump this. They always forget to mention how productive and how Donald Trump policies work. They forgot to mention that, and they don't never mention how Joe Biden policies don't work. All they talking about is his losses and what Donald Trump policies that Joe Biden had executive order on, or he canceled or some shit like that, or the courts or some shit like that chose against it. They don't never say why. They'll never say Donald Trump shit was working. They'll never say the immigration was at an all-time high. They never give you the numbers. Huh? But they gave you every number in the motherfucking world when Donald Trump is in office. You can go to MSNBC, CNN right now. You can see another any number on how many got away, how many came through, how many was released. You'll see something crossing the border like, oh, this is terrible. The immigrants are coming over here and win this and this and that, and then sugarcoat it. But they never tell you the real. How Joe Biden is purposely doing this shit. This shit is not done by accident. How you gonna, that's like my grandmother, right? Even though she does it, right? My grandmother's a bad example, right? That's like a motherfucker blood going into a Crip neighborhood, or a Crip going into a blood neighborhood with a gun, then get over there and ask us what he's supposed to do. What am I supposed to do? You got the gun, right? You went over there to do the crime, but you went over there and you forgot what the fuck to do. You can't do that, or you don't have a plan. I know I'm supposed to do something. I'm supposed to shoot some blood, and I know I'm supposed to do that, but I ain't got no plan. I ain't got no escape route. I ain't got no protection. I don't know how many bullets in the gun. I didn't prepare for none of that shit. All I know is I want to go do a drive-by. All Joe Biden knows is he want to protect the border. He'll know how he going to do it. I'm going to send the most sophisticated weaponry and technology to the border. Who gives a fuck? All that technology going to come from China. Huh? You going to give drones and all that shit from China to protect the American border. Huh? So if you get that from China, how much information is China going to get from us with their motherfucking drones? Huh? You think they're not going to be getting information? Hell, China is giving Mexico fentanyl to sell to America. Fuck, you think they're going to help America when they getting money out of America? That's not going to happen.
Whoa, hang on a second. If you believe we need to secure the border, pass it, because it has a lot of money for high-tech border security. And so I have a program that is significantly different, and builds upon where we left off and tries to undo the damage that Trump has done. If you believe in a pathway to citizenship, pass it. It's over 11 million undocumented folks, the vast majority of here overstaying visas. Pass it. We can actually, if you actually want to solve a problem, I've sent a bill to take a close look at it. We also have to get at the root problem of why people are fleeing, particularly to our southern border from Guatemala, Honduras, and El Salvador. When I was president,
perhaps one of the biggest changes we've seen, though, when it comes to the border is something that happens hundreds of miles away from the border. And that was the Biden administration's decision to prioritize and invest in root causes, the reasons that people leave their countries in the first place.
My president, when I was vice president, the president asked me to focus on providing help needed to address the root causes of migration.
Mr. President. And how did that work out? You passed the same bill. You said you passed the same bill to Kamala Harris, the one you supposed to have done a couple of years ago, and you still don't know fucking why. You ain't told us why. If you was in charge of it, and you evidently solved the problem, why is there so many immigrants coming over here now? And why you never told us what the fucking problem is? It seems like to me you can get Kamala Harris a head motherfucking start on what the problem is so she can solve it. If you was already put in charge of this shit, you see how Joe Biden just get up here and lie? I was put in charge of this, and root cause, and I done this, and the program was working. The program was working until the last administration fucked it up. No, the last administration made your plan, canceled that motherfucker, and came up with its own plan to make the border safer. What is Joe Biden plan? Technology? Nigga, please. Nigga, please.
Whoa. Hang on a second. And to help keep people in their own countries instead of being forced to leave, the plan was working, but the last administration decided it was not worth it.
Vice President Harris is put in charge of that. They've already secured over $1 billion in private sector and other commitments.
I'm restoring the program and asked Vice President Harris to lead our diplomatic effort to take care of this. I have absolute confidence she'll get the job done.
It's potentially a huge change, Judy, but that's the kind of change that will take a while to show up.
If you don't like my plan, let's at least pass what we all agree on.
What in the hell do we all agree on? On border security, what in the hell do Republicans and the Democrats agree on? Huh? Can anybody tell me what in the hell do the Republicans and the Democrats? Republicans want a wall. They want more ICE officers. They want to stay in Mexico. They want the asylum shit cut out. They want that DACA shit cut out. What possibly do you want that we want as far as border security, as far as citizenship, as far as immigration? What possible point of views do we share? Zero.
Zero. Hang on a second.
We are learning much more about flights that are bringing migrant children into the state of New York.
At the southern border, illegal migrants have no problem catching a flight. Pennsylvania is the latest state seeing an influx of ghost flights coming in the middle of the night, full of illegal immigrants.
We're told more than 2,000 kids have arrived in Westchester County since June.
According to a letter sent to Homeland Secretary by Congressman Dan Moore, hundreds of illegal migrants have been flown into Scranton International Airport by U.S. government charter flights.
Still, though, lots of questions and not too many answers about those flights coming into here, Westchester County Airport.
And this isn't the first time we're hearing about it.
Migrant children pouring into our area on flights chartered by the feds. Former Westchester County Executive Rob Astorino says that's what you're seeing on this video from a distance at Westchester County Airport.
We heard about similar stories coming out of Jacksonville, Florida earlier in November.
Why ain't CNN? I mean, it's been happening for months. Months. ICE been reporting this. It's been whistleblowers reporting this. It's been senators reporting this. Republican senators reporting this, right? It's been organizations reporting this. It's been motels reporting this. It's been regular citizens reporting this. Why ain't MSNBC or CNN reporting this? This been going on for months, all across the country. Why CNN not reporting this? Why their viewers not watch? I mean, the few viewers they got, why their viewers not reporting this shit? This is a crisis. This is something their viewers should know about. You should know about if it's I'm pretty sure if it's some motherfucking space aliens that came to the United States and was killing motherfuckers, CNN probably wouldn't even report it. How in the hell is you gonna like if you look up on CNN the person that killed the cop, if you look up the cop officers getting killed, they're not gonna show a picture, they're not gonna show they're not gonna talk about the color, they're not gonna talk about this nigga was crazy, he wasn't supposed to have no guns, or none of that. They say, oh, the police officer got killed by a suspect and such and making a home and his funeral will be such and such. Come on, who the nigga was? What color was he? Give us a picture. Let us know. Oh, we're gonna take describing the suspect out of the news because it pinpoint racism and shit like that. No, it don't. We've been doing this shit for years. You have to go on their website to see the nigga. They have a picture. Who got time to go on your motherfucking website to see it? Show the nigga while I'm watching TV right now, damn it. Show the nigga. Every time a white cop kill a black cop, you show his ass on TV. Look at this motherfucker right here. This nigga right here is racist. He killed a nigga. This motherfucker right here kills a nigga. Right? Show him 24/7 on all the networks. He racist, he white supremacist, he all that. We're gonna put a picture on his ass and just talk about his ass for a whole 30 minutes. Huh? We're gonna use racism, we're gonna use everything we can throw at this nigga. White supremacists, we're gonna throw everything. What? You know what they're trying to do? They're trying to get slave labor. Slave labor, because some of this economy shit is fit to cut out. They already putting shit, they're already trying to cut out the economy. They're trying to give motherfuckers universal health care and all kind of shit. I mean, not universal health care, universal welfare and all kind of shit. We're going to pay you a certain amount of money to stay your ass at home. It's already happening. Vote for us. We're going to give you the money to keep your ass at home. Think about it.
Mr. President. Whoa, hang on a second.
We just heard from Jen Psaki on this, White House press secretary, and she specifically spoke about what's going on here in Westchester.
Why is the administration flying thousands of migrants from the border to Florida and New York in the middle of the night?
It's been going on since President Biden has been in office for 8 months. Over the last 8 months, he has released more than 600,000 people into the United States. They crossed the border illegally. In this case, I'm grateful that we finally have footage, that we have pictures of what's actually going on, because that paints the picture for the American public to actually see what's going on, not just hearing numbers.
Well, I'm not sure that it's in the middle of the night, but let me tell you what's happening here.
But when you look at this has been happening over and over and over again. And they've been doing it, like Senator Cruz said, they've been doing it in secrecy because they don't want to let the American public know how failed their policies are at the border.
It is our
4:29 a.m. Well, very early in the morning.
2 a.m., 4 a.m. certainly, there's no doubt they don't want anyone to see this.
Because if they did, why they gotta hide it? If you so a humanitarian and you so care about the kids, why you not showing people how much you care about the kids and immigration and what you're doing for migrant kids and children and shit like that? Why you gotta hide it? Huh? Why the fuck you gotta hide it? If you care so much about the kids, why the fuck you gotta hide your humanitarian efforts? We humanitarian, we want to save the kids and we got a better border policy, but we're going to hide this shit. You don't want people to see the numbers. How this shit is getting out of control.
You just blew me away with that number, 600,000.
It is our legal responsibility to safely care for unaccompanied children.
2 senior U.S. officials confirm the flights to the New York area have increased as the number of migrants, in many cases minors, coming into the southern border has greatly increased during the Biden administration.
Mr. President.
During the Biden administration. All these numbers is happening during the Biden administration. These are not made up numbers. Right? He's doing nothing. You don't even hear him talk about the border. Every time somebody brings up something, he want to change the topic. He don't want to talk about the border. He don't want to talk about Afghanistan. He don't want to talk about Russia. He want to talk about batteries. Let's talk about these batteries. Y'all don't want to talk about what I want to talk about. Every time I want bring to come to a news conference or answer questions, you want to talk about something else. I'm here for batteries. I'm here for testing. I'm here for COVID. I'm here for vaccines. I'm not here to answer none of that shit. Don't ask me about Russia. Don't ask me about what I talked about with China. Don't ask me no questions. Ask me some shit I want to talk about. I'm prepared to talk about. Huh? Because anything else, I'm going to say no comment. Say you stupid. Say that's a dumbass question. Don't ask me about inflation. I don't want to fucking talk about inflation. I want to talk about these car batteries. I want to talk about racism. I want to talk about how Cinema and Manson ain't doing what the fuck I say. I want to talk about these racist ass Republicans. I want to talk about Bill Connor, whatever the fuck his name is. I want to talk about these motherfuckers. I want to talk about Strom Thurmond. I don't want to talk about no motherfucking economy, gas. The fuck kind of news conference y'all motherfuckers think this is? Yours? An informational news conference? Well, I'm sorry to inform you. This is my news conference, and you're going to do what the fuck I say. Huh? I'll walk off this motherfucker. You know what? I ain't got time to answer. Good night. Say something I don't like. Wait a minute, Nancy. Am I supposed to be answering questions right now? I'm not. We'll see you later. Goodbye. Nancy, did you hear that question the motherfucker just asked me? I ain't finna answer that. See you later. Goodbye. Huh? What? The time is up? I gotta go. See you later. Goodbye. That nigga got his whole thing planned out, right? Soon as he say, God bless, they like, oh, this nigga finna go. Joe Biden. They start asking questions. God bless, talk to you later. God bless the soldiers. They know he finna go. Donald Trump like, okay, you. Okay, you. Okay, now you. Right? This nigga, God bless the soldiers. God bless America. Good night. Whoa, nigga, you sound like Russell Simmons off of Def Jam. Drive home safely. God bless. Good night. Like, what the fuck? Nigga said a whole speech, right? This nigga still, it's been over 2 years. This nigga screaming the same shit. Wear your mask and take the shot. Do this and take that and stay at home and do this. And if you want to be, we don't know this shit by now, we not gonna never fucking know. If we don't know the thing is supposed to save our lives, if we don't know wearing the mask is supposed to be important, if we don't know all the shit you talking about staying in the house and testing and all that, if we don't know that shit is important, we stupid as a motherfucker. Because you say it over and over, like you gonna, like, I guess if you think one saying it over is gonna be more important. Well, he said it again. Well, it must be real important because he keep on saying it. I better go get it. Because he wouldn't have kept on saying it over and over and over and over and the fucking again if it wasn't important. So I better go get it. He sounds serious. He's starting to scare me, saying I'm going to die. He's blaming me for killing people. He's saying it's because of me and people like me, the hospitals and the economy is closed down. He's waiting for me and people like me so we can get the economy up. I guess I'm the 25% that's keeping the whole fucking world shut down. Me. Poor little old me. Why are you talking about me, Joe Biden? Why are you talking about me? You heard my feelings. You know why I'm finna go take it. I'm tired of Joe Biden talking about me. Talking about I'm killing people. Talking about I'm gonna die. Talking about I'm committing suicide. Talking about I don't care about America. I'm gonna go ahead and take it. Because I love America so fucking much. I'm gonna go ahead and take it. Because Joe Biden said, I gotta be a patriot. It's not about freedom. I have to say, fuck my freedom. I gotta do it for the country. Kids, come up here. Fuck our freedom, kids. Fuck it. Let's go march down there and fuck our freedom. We're doing it for Joe Biden. He said it 100,000 times. This shit must be serious. Next!
Whoa.
Whoa, hang on a second.
At least the governor of Florida is saying that there were about 70 secret flights in recent months coming into Florida. They're saying that the officials were not told who is overseeing the flights.
Yes, I can say quite clearly, don't come on what we're in the process of getting set up.
Florida officials were not told who was on the flight or where they were being taken to once they got off the flight.
Don't leave your town or city or community.
It's a continuation of the Biden administration lying to the American people. Just like when a secretary gets up on stage, every time he gets on a stage, he says the border's closed, it's secure.
Something that we're also working to unite children with their family members or vetted sponsors.
It's a continuation of the lies. You're hiding the truth from the American people.
Speaking of hiding the truth from the American people, I be hiding my moon rocks that Randy be sending me from these hood rats. You know what I'm saying? Randy, I don't smoke none of my hood rats with the immigrants. I'm hiding my moon rocks like Joe Biden hiding immigrants. As soon as they come over, there ain't nowhere to be found. You know what I'm saying? There ain't nowhere to be found. It's like an immigrant. They ain't nowhere to be found. Where the fuck they at? Where they over here, over there? No, you can't have Mr. Randy K. Moonrock. This is a special order, bitch. This is a special order. I only do the Randy K. I call it the Randy K. I only do the Randy K treatment, bitch, on special occasions, and you are not that special. I'm sorry. They everywhere. Where is they hiding at, Randy? Huh? Where is they hiding at? Where in the fuck is the immigrants hiding at? I know where they hiding at. I know where they at. They on the street corner right here. I can walk right now with a damn camera and I can show you the fuck they are at right now. Luckily, I haven't looked. Luckily, and thank the Lord, I've been going outside a little bit and I haven't been getting sweated a little bit. I even gave somebody a free sweater. Hey man, you like this sweater, man? Hey man, wear this sweater, man. How y'all doing, brothers? You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'll make you one too, man. Keep up the good work, brother. Be out here game banging and shooting and spray painting and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Keep up the good work, man. You know what I'm saying? That shit is gangster. This don't fuck with me. Keep up the good work, man. Fuck the police. I'm out of here. Huh? Fuck Donald Trump too. Huh? I got you, brother. Huh? Ooh, yeah. I got you. One time. You gotta go with the show, Randy. I ain't finna give him no Randy. They can't smoke none of my Randy. He be like, hey man, we smell that Randy coming from upstairs, man, from downstairs. No, you can't do this. Don't they got some of that shit in Mexico? Go back to Mexico and get you some Randy. You can't get none of my Randy. Go back to Mexico. I'll send you some in Mexico, motherfucker. Just go back. Go back and I'll send you some Randy. Go back to Mexico and I'll send you some Randy. You smell this shit is good. You can't get this shit nowhere else. Nigga, go back. If I smoke this blunt with you, is you gonna go back to Mexico? Huh? I let the motherfucker hit the Randy and the nigga walk back to Mexico. I said, damn. Look, I know the secret on how to get him back to Mexico. Smoke some of this Randy and your ass gonna go back to Mexico. You like, you know what? I didn't know the drugs over here is that guy. I didn't know the weed was that damn strong over here. I'm gonna take my ass back to Mexico. Because if the weed was this strong, I can only imagine the crack. I'm finna go back to Mexico. This Randy is too strong. The motherfucker walked back to Mexico. Crossed the motherfucking border and said, you know what? I'm good. Crossed back over to the border. He probably back over here now after the Randy wore off, but the nigga walked across the border. Next!
Mr. President. Whoa, hang on a second.
They're okay, but I think people are going to be shocked to hear you've been in contact with a whistleblower who has shown your office documents from a nonprofit that essentially are a roadmap for the migrants on how to get anywhere in the country.
Here we are talking about early flights, earlier than you might like to take a flight.
That's right. This whistleblower reached out to us from San Diego, and I couldn't believe what I was hearing. And so I planned a trip. I went last week to San Diego, to the southern border. And what I found were nonprofits that were running secretive, closed down hotels, the 4 Points Sheraton, SeaWorld, a Wyndham, a Ramada Inn. Those were just three of the ones that I visited.
It's no surprise that kids can be seen traveling through states, not just New York.
That motherfucker said the Sheraton Inn. They're not standing no rinky-dink ass hotels. You got prostitutes out here sucking dick and all this old shit in these rinky dink ass hotels. You got these immigrants coming over here and living lavish. Huh? You got homeless people on the street, right? Living in tents, right? Being American citizens all their motherfucking life. You got homeless veterans. You got homeless baby mamas. You got homeless niggas that used to have jobs and shit downtown, right? And your parts of the town. They can't get a motherfucking room, but these immigrants come up with some motherfuckers that live in the Ramada. They tell the homeless people, this is the only Ramada your ass gonna get in. Come on over here and turn the light, and we'll leave the light on for you when you cross the border. What the fuck? You heard? Then the motherfucker didn't say no Motel 6 or no shit like that. The motherfucker said the Ramada, the Comfort Inn, the Hilton. What the fuck? The Bonaventure, motherfucker. The Royal Academy Presidential Suite, motherfucker. Be an immigrant up this motherfucker. You just crossed the border. You just got through living in the motherfucking hut. Your ass crossed over the border. Now your ass living in Stratford. You ordering room service and shit. You don't know how to work the phone and shit. You don't know how to speak the language. You ordering whatever. Give me all you doing is say tacos. That's tacos. Tacos. 10 tacos, 5 tacos, 2 tacos, 3 tacos, and Coke, soda Coke, 2 tacos, 3 tacos. They don't know how to add all of them up at once. Like, give me 20 tacos. Like, okay, 2 tacos, 3 tacos, 2 tacos, 2 tacos, 1 taco, 2 tacos. Coke, Coke, strawberry, Coke, Pepsi, strawberry Pepsi, but watermelon, 2 more tacos, 2 tacos, strawberry, banana. What the fuck is banana? Banana. I want a banana. What the fuck is you talking about? Come over here and we're gonna leave the motherfucking lights on for you. Huh? Look, I can't get cheap rent, but these motherfuckers come over here and don't pay no rent. What the fuck? What the fuck is you telling me? You mean to tell me if I can go over the motherfucking border, cross the border, become an illegal immigrant, and come over this motherfucker and live lavish, get free flights, free bus passes, free motherfucking motel rooms, free food, and free medical. Nigga, that's the lotto. You mean to tell me I came, you know what I'm saying? Like, you told me I can come over this motherfucker and I can win the lotto, nigga? I'm finna risk everything. I'm finna risk getting ate by alligators and all kind of shit, right? Look, this is a true story, right? This is a true story, right? I'm finna make this shit up. It was a race, right? And they said if you get to the one side of the river, you know what I'm saying, you can win $5 million. You know what I'm saying? But in the river, you know what I'm saying, it was snakes and it was alligators and it was all kind of shit in the water. But you swim from one side of the river to the other side of the river, you can get $5 million. So you know the first person gonna get up there is a white motherfucker. You know, the white people crazy as shit. White people like, fucking, I'll do it. They'll try any fucking thing. White person get up there, you know what I'm saying, he hop in the water, he try to swim, he swim fast, but his ass get ate by a shark. Ate by a shark, right? Then the black dude get up here, he like, you know, I'm athletic as a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? I can dunk a basketball, I can catch a football and shit, you know what I'm saying? I don't play baseball, but I bet I can do that shit too. You know what I'm saying? This can't be no easier than dodging hood rats and shit. I can do this shit. I dodge bullets every motherfucking day in the city of Chicago, right? So his ass hopped in the pool and the black motherfucker was swimming, right? He got past the alligators, he got past the eels and all this sort of shit, and the piranha ate his motherfucking ass, swam up, ate him by the dick, right? So then, you know what I'm saying, it was an Asian motherfucker up in there, right? And the Asian person said, I'm going to outsmart all these people. You feel me? So I'm finna hop in the water and I'm going to outsmart the sharks and all this sort of shit. So he got up in that motherfucker, and before he got to thinking, a shark ate his motherfucking ass. Is there any race I'm leaving out, or people? Is there any other race that I'm leaving out? Okay. Is there any other race that I'm leaving out while I'm doing this joke? Okay. So I'm all out of races, right? Okay. So then all of them was like, oh, nobody done it. Nobody, the Mexican, the black person didn't do it, the Asian didn't do it, and the white person didn't do it. So all of a sudden, they hear motherfucker swim over the motherfucking water. He swim past the alligator, swim past the shark, swim past the piranha, right? And he hop over the motherfucker other side of the river. And they say, we have a winner. We have a winner. Right? And they say, you want $5 million. What you got to say? They're like, okay. We don't speak English. Border? Joe Biden? I'm like, no, you want $5 million. No, Joe Biden. Me want me to. No, but Joe Biden. Like, this motherfucker's done all, you done all that to cross the motherfucking border. You want this $5 million? No. Me win lato. Joe Biden win lato. Oh, hell no. That's a true story. The black dude got 8, the Asian dude got 8, the white dude got 8, the immigrant swam over the damn river and through the alligators and all that shit to cross over the border and got away safe. And after that, you know what I'm saying, they were celebrating, and then the rest of his family came up too. They had a little baby and shit. The mother had a baby and shit. Like, damn, bitch, you swam past the alligators and shit and all that with the alligator, with alligators in the swamp in the river with a baby in your hand. She like, ¿qué? Joe Biden. ¿Qué? Lato. No ice. No ice, bitch. We ain't trying to offer you no Coca-Cola. No ice. OMG. Next.
Mr. President. Whoa, hang on a second.
But these non-government organizations, these nonprofits, were housing migrants for several days. I managed to get in the gates. I demanded entry once and was refused. I talked a guard into letting me in on another occasion. And when I was in there, I saw buses pulling up, probably about 100 migrants over an hour, got off of these buses. They were processed. They were welcomed by people with open arms that were there in the facility, tested for COVID, and then they were given packets. And this packet is what I received from the whistleblower a few weeks ago. And these packets detail how to go to the airport, how to get past TSA without any identification, how to enroll your children in schools and assimilate in whatever community you desire to go in. And it's encouraging illegal immigration.
So the school... Wait a minute, you mean to tell me they got a Mexican Bible? Life before leaving Mexico. Basic instructions before leaving Mexico. We're going to teach you how to get a housing. We're going to teach you how to go to school. We're going to teach you how to get on the system. They got a immigrant Bible to America. How the fuck you have basic instructions before leaving Mexico? Before you leave Mexico, we want to know, did you go over your Bible? What? Me right here? No, not that Bible, nigga. That Bible to get to get on welfare, nigga, and get the kids in school and get Medicare and all that shit. You don't need that Bible right now. You need this Bible, nigga. You need to know what to say. Okay? Oh no! Somebody explain to him in Spanish. Okay? Oh my goodness. Well, you motherfucker just came to the immigrant Bible. We got it in Spanish for you, motherfucker. I don't know how to read Spanish, but we got it in Spanish. Read it. Okay? Here go the book, bitch. Okay?
Districts can be prepared for the influx of the kids, and then we need to get the money.
Astorino, who's running for New York governor on the Republican ticket, first raised questions about the flights in August. Since then, he says he's received few answers.
This has everything to do with our own government not giving our own people information that affects their lives.
And furthermore, we went to the airport and talked with some of the TSA people who said, yeah, we get these migrants here. They have these very convincing letters. And in some cases, they're being led onto planes before anyone else. And in one case, a security officer on the plane said, I'm an armed agent. I'm supposed to identify myself to the pilot before takeoff. I'm sometimes getting on these flights and immigrants with no identification are on the plane before the agent boards. So
that nigga, you mean to tell me the immigrant get VIP section? This motherfucker get the VIP. He already ate peanuts and ate some pretzels and shit. Got done drunk coffee and shit. The border agent's like, hold on, man, nigga, I'm supposed to be up in here inspecting the shit. Who is you? Are you a co-pilot of the co-pilot? Okay. What the fuck? No, is you? Who the fuck is you? How you get on the plane? Okay. Who the fuck is all these people on here? How all these people? Who is all you motherfuckers? What the fuck? What is this? Pilot. Who the fuck is these motherfuckers? Like, I don't know. The motherfuckers put them on the plane. They told me don't ask no questions, and because they ain't gonna give no answers. Just put them on the plane and take them where the fuck I'm going. Well, you asked them who they was? Yeah, I asked them what they was. All of them got the same name. Their name is K. Say, what's your name? K. What's your name? K. Okay, what's your name? K. Oh, okay, what's your name, little kid? K. Well, okay, well, all of them name is K. All of them name is K. Hey, K. K. See, I told you. K. K.
Mr. President.
Whoa, hang on a second.
It is our legal responsibility to safely care for unaccompanied children until they can be swiftly unified with a parent or a vetted sponsor.
Congressman, I'm curious, what nonprofit is putting these packets out?
Well, there are several, but the biggest defenders in San Diego are the Catholic Charities and the Jewish Family Association.
Wait a minute. Is there any Jews on here or Catholics on here? Before I say this next joke, I don't want to offend nobody. Do we got any Jews in the building or any Catholics in the building to go to the Jewish church or the Catholic church? Do we got any of them, somebody in here to go to the Jewish? Because I don't want to be racist. Ain't that like anti-Semitic? If I be racist against and white, and I'm showing black race against white people, because white people go to Catholic church and white people go to Jewish church. So is there any white people on here to go to Catholic church or any white people on here go to Jewish church? Okay, Edwin Garrick, I don't know if Edwin to go to Garrick. I don't know if they go to Jewish or to Catholic church. Okay. Okay, Randy K. I definitely can't say if Randy K is Catholic. I definitely can't say no. I'm gonna tell Randy K in private. I'll tell you the joke later, Randy K. But we're gonna go to the next one because Randy K is Catholic. He's not Jewish. If you was Jewish, Randy, I would have said the joke. But you Catholic, so we're gonna go ahead and we're not gonna say the joke because you Catholic. But if your ass would have said Jewish, you was Jewish, Randy, the joke would have been done. You know what I'm saying? So Jewish people that's on here, Randy saved your ass from this racist ass anti-Semitic joke I was just about to say. Thank Randy. Time. I wonder what time is. Time, is you Jewish or is you Catholic?
It's no surprise that kids can be seen traveling through states, not just New York. It's something that we're also working to unite children with their family members or vetted sponsors.
And it's difficult because someone like myself, if I go criticizing those two organizations, I'm either anti-Catholic or anti-Semitic.
See, and I don't want to be anti-Catholic or anti-Semitic, so I'm glad I'm not anti-Semitic or automatic on this page or anti-Catholic. You know what I'm saying? Me and him was thinking the same thing. I don't want to seem anti-Catholic. This bitch said, hey, it's no problem that you see a little bunch of kids running around the country. It's no big deal. What did the bitch say? It's no big deal. You got a bunch of motherfucking migrant kids running around the country. We're trying to reunite them with their family, goddammit. So you're going to send them to be reunited with their family or their sponsor. What sponsor? Adoption sponsor. Who? The Jewish and the Catholic Church. Oh, hell no. I want to, hey, the Jewish and the Catholic, you mean they're going to get fucked and get their blood drunk? No, you know what? We can't do that to the kids. What's one gonna happen first? You gonna send them to the Catholic Church or the Jewish mosque, whatever they go to? Which What's one of you gonna do? You can't fuck the kids and drink their blood. That you know what? You saw reuniting with their family, damn it, and you drinking the parents' blood too. You some sick motherfuckers. You some sick motherfuckers. You drinking the parents and the blood. That's how you gonna reunite them. You drinking kids and parent blood. You know what? You some sick motherfuckers. I don't believe this was the kind of reuniting you motherfuckers talking about. I thought you was gonna reunite the motherfucker physically, right? You done ate the kid, now you trying to give his mama $450,000. You trying to give him $450,000 for a kid. We don't know what your kid that, but go $450,000, and that motherfucker was delicious. You got any more lost kids, or you want to sell around this motherfucker? Just send them over the border. Put a tag on their ass and go to the hospital. They'll go to the Catholic church and shit. You know, like, okay, who ordered Jose? We gotta hurry up. We gotta hurry up and fuck up for the Jewish, so the Jewish people hurry up and drink his blood. I didn't mean to say that joke. I just couldn't help it, damn it. I just couldn't help it. I hope is that anti-Semitic? Wait. Wait a minute, y'all. Is that an anti-Semitic joke? We gotta hurry up and fuck the kid, you know what I'm saying? So we can go take him to the Jewish mouth so they can drink his blood. They've been waiting for a week. Jose got caught up by ICE for a couple of days. He was wrapped up in them aluminum foil, so he good to go. He was wrapped up in aluminum foil sheets for a couple of days, so he good to go. Right? They couldn't get his ass on the right flight. Who ordered Hector? Oh, these motherfuckers sent the extra Maria around this motherfucker. I ordered a Hector and they sent me an extra Maria. I guess I guess if you order 3 of them, you know what I'm saying, on your third kid, you get 1 free. What the fuck? They got so many kids, they giving deals. Look, if you get 3 kids, we can get 2 more for the price of 1. What the fuck? I never heard of no deal like that. Do that even make sense? Give them to me, damn it. So if I get 2 free kids, I gotta pay for 3, and I gotta pay for 1 more, and I'll get a 2 for free. Okay, well, give them to me, damn it. That's 6. I want 2 of them deals. We're gonna have a baby drinking blood contest tonight before we send them to a Jewish church and so they wait a minute, YouTube censory. These I do not. That was not me who said them jokes, YouTube. And I do not share his thoughts or views on them jokes, YouTube. That was some fucked up shit he said about Jewish in the Catholic Church, YouTube. I don't sponsor that. I don't agree with that. None of that. None of that. We're gonna get on with this before YouTube catch up with me.
But in these cases, they are taking in money from private individuals. They're taking in money from corporations. AT&T, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Financial Advisors. Those are just a few of the companies.
Wait a minute, nigga. You mean to tell me the immigrants is getting sponsored by AT&T and Nike and all this old shit, and I can't get sponsored by their motherfucking weed man, liquor store, or chicken shack around this motherfucker? Huh? How the fuck you athletes is not getting them type of deals. It's athletes trying to get deals with AT&T getting shot down. You mean the motherfucker just cross the border and automatically get signed to a contract? That motherfucker signed to a contract. You're like, whoa, nigga, you swam the alligator. Look, you crossed the alligators and the eels and the piranhas and shit, and you made it. Here go your contract. You made it, damn it. You made it. You know what I'm saying? You got the only motherfucker caught you was the border police. The alligators, the lions, the polar bears, then none of that shit catch you. The frost, the heat, none of that shit got to you. But the border patrol. We could have got past the border patrol we wanted to. We want that check, goddamn it. You know what I'm saying? It's like a finishing race. You know, like you run and shit, you cross the finishing line and you throw your hands up and shit like, oh yes. That's how motherfuckers do. They cross that border line, they be like, oh shit, arrest me, damn it. I won the race. Against who? Nigga, you didn't see all the piranhas and sharks in the motherfucking river that I crossed? I won the race. Give me my citizenship. I'll be able to vote in the month. Who told you some shit like that? Joe Biden. Joe Biden told me some shit like that. He told you some shit like that. We're going to take your ass back over to the border. Can? Okay, well, act right then. Say the right. K is the passcode. Can? All right, damn it.
Nationwide that are contributing to these groups, and they're working with the state of California. But go back to that airport scenario I gave you. Imagine no identification. What if there is a terrorist among them? That terrorist is then sitting on the plane and knows who the armed federal agent is that has visited with the pilot and says, hey, I'm on board and I'm armed. There are so many opportunities for disaster with this policy.
Especially if the nigga's a terrorist and he pretending like he's an immigrant. Hey, who is you? K? No, that's not no motherfucking K that I know. K? No, nigga, that's... Why? I ain't never saw no motherfucking immigrant with a turban on. K? No, you know what? Who is this? Oh, my bad. I forgot we had immigrants from Afghanistan over this motherfucker. K? Okay. He's not trying to pretend like he's Hispanic, you know what I'm saying? He's actually Arab. I guess they say the same shit. His name is K too. K what? Habib? Yeah, K Habib. Oh, his name is K Habib. I got him. K Habib, got you. K. That's K right there. Don't mind the turban and the dashiki and the shit wrapped around his chest and the shit in his shoes. Don't mind none of that. He's Hispanic. Yeah, I'm Hispanic. K. Blow this motherfucker up. And he gonna be like, hey, and you, the officer? Okay, come up with that motherfucker with knives and all kinds of shit. They're gonna be the officer is gonna be the first motherfucker they attack. He gonna have the gun. We have the gun. Everybody, get the fuck down now. What happened to K, motherfucker? No motherfucking K. Sit your motherfucking. I'm gonna blow this motherfucker up. No motherfucking K. Do I look like a K? You see these thick ass eyebrows, nigga? You see this motherfucking long ass mustache? No motherfucking K live around here. We finna blow this motherfucker up. Yeah.
But one of the big disasters is the encouragement that's being sent across the world to come to our southern border, especially California, and enter this nation, and you can go anywhere you want to.
Mr. President.
That's like, look, go anywhere you want to. You know what? I don't know nothing about the United States. So I'm just gonna grab this motherfucking dart and throw it at the board and take me wherever this motherfucking dart land. That's how they picking country. Like Baltimore. Oh, I went to Baltimore. What the fuck is Baltimore? I'm sorry, but you're not gonna last long in Baltimore, motherfucker. Frisco. What kind of Frisco? What's happening in Frisco? I hope you like drugs. Frisco. Where's my son going? He's going to be Catholic and then Jewish. What do you mean? He's going to be Catholic and then he's going to be Jewish. He's going to have a little Catholic in him and then he's going to take a little Jewish out of him. What the fuck do that mean? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We're going to send you a check, $450,000 or whatever the fuck we don't come up with. We're going to send you that check. For what? Your kid is missing. I just had my kid. There go my kid right there. That's my son, Hector, right there. No, your kid is missing. You want this motherfucking citizenship, do you? Your kid is missing. Okay, can? Yeah, we thought so, motherfucker. We're going to send you that check. After we get your ass on welfare.
Whoa, hang on a second.
We're told more than 2,000 kids have arrived in Westchester County since June.
We don't care about it going. Like I said, a lot of this is just.
No, I get it. I just, like I said.
Stuff that we don't tell people because what we don't want to do is attract attention.
Right. Obviously.
He stood in Del Rio saying, Haitians, you're going to be deported. In the meantime, he knew that 15,000 being walked out the door. Then when Chris Wallace interviewed him, he says, well, they were released, were they not? Yeah, but they're in immigration proceedings. But if you look into that, they're not in immigration proceedings. They're released with a notice to report.
I get the whole secrecy and all this, but this is even about my
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Calls for more information about what happens to these children are coming from both sides of the aisle.
You know what I mean?
And why?
We have no answers about basic questions like who's coming here, Where are they being settled or taken to?
You know why? You know why? Yeah, I know, but why? Yeah. Come on.
But there is a lot of concern about where they're going once they get here.
It said, why? You know who's in office. Huh? That's why. You know who's in office. This is a secret recording. You know how many Border Patrol, ICE agents probably thinking this shit right now? You know who's in office. It's not our fault we can't control the border. It's his fault with his policies.
What's the big secret? Everybody knows it's happening.
And we have no record of who's coming and where they're going. It's a disgrace.
Lance Gooden joined us today from Dallas.
And we need information from the administration. Where are they sending these kids?
But we also reached out to Customs and Border Patrol and Health and Human Services for more information about what happens and the process for these immigrants, and we haven't yet heard back. Reporting live in White Plains.
And bitch, you're not going to hear back. You're not going to hear back. So you heard from me. Joe Biden is smuggling immigrants. He's smuggling immigrants. So you want to know why the country's on lockdown? He don't say nothing about a war on immigration, but he says it's a war on the whatever. But it's not a war on the border. It's not a war on immigrants. It's a war on Americans. Right? He don't talk about immigrants is fucking up the country. He don't say immigrants is fucking up the security of the country. He don't say nothing about that. It's the unvaccinated. They the world's enemy. They the worst. It's white supremacy. He don't talk about this shit. But anyway, I want to thank y'all for coming out. I hope y'all enjoy the show. I will be back with, I probably do police shootings or something tomorrow. Something, gang of police is getting shot and stuff like that. It's a war on police. I probably do that tomorrow or something. But I will be back tomorrow. Hopefully you enjoy the show. I'm out this bitch, y'all. I got shit to do. I'm out. See y'all later.